Thanks everybody for being here today. It's a pleasure. So my name is Marco, and I will introduce you to a very innovative product from AGB. AGB is an Italian brand, is an Italian industry producing hardware for windows and doors since 60 years, more or less. And today we are talking about Imago, a lift and slide, which is actually very innovative from the design point of view, but also on the technology that is inside. But first of all, I would like to focus on a brief history of the patio doors in the UK. In the years 70s and 80s, there was a big rise in inline sliding doors, which gave actually a bad reputation on the sliding external doors those days because of the bad operational features, very heavy to slide, also very poor from the water proofing and the air tightness, the efficiency in terms of thermal efficiency. So. Then, in the year 90s, with makeovers show like Property Ladder and many other shows, the needs of wider sliding doors was giving actually the UK market the contribution of better sliding systems. And over the years, in the noughties, with the grand design shows, always on the television, bifold doors became very popular. Actually, what every homeowner wants in his house, especially for refurbish of his house or extension of the house. Well, actually, there is a big advantage on this system. Actually, give the opportunity to open up your house in the garden, and so letting the out becoming inside your living room. This is a grand feature, but the only problem is that here the temperature and the environment actually is not as Mediterranean as it would be in Italy. Sorry for that. But facing the truth, actually most of the time you can't actually enjoy a landscape like this because the system would be most of the time closed. So what you see is not actually a landscape, is a door. What the concept of AGB with Imago is to give you the possibility to have the most of the view in terms of landscape. And so what you would see here is not actually a door, is more the landscape and just a very minimalistic frame. So the concept Imago is not just a door. Imago is more a concept of framing the view and letting the landscape having the main role and being actually the painting, and Imago being the minimalistic frame. So letting people enjoying the landscape from the comfort of their living room, especially if outside is cold and rainy, maybe. So what is Imago? Imago is less frame and more glass. So for this reason, we think that you can enjoy 165 days a year your garden or your landscape outside your living room. It's minimal designed, and that's because the fixed sash has been completely replaced by structural glass. So the minimalistic design is also perceived by the very minimalistic frame of the entire system that can be concealed in the wall according to the AGB specification into the wall. it's also an easy to operate system, because if you compare it to a bifolding door, what you just need to do is turning 180 degrees and handle, and then you open up your system. It's very, very easy to slide. It's not like the 80s inline sliding doors, which were very poor from this point of view. And also, is the Imago is the slimmest wooden sliding door in the market. With just a 74 millimeter width of the sash, you can reach the same standards as very narrow aluminum profiles, but having the warmth of the wood touch. So Imago is the state of the art in timber lift and slide, and is filling a big gap with the very narrow profiles in the market. Here is another picture of how minimalistic can be the design with an Imago. And let's focus a little bit on little details that make the difference in Imago. We said the minimum profile you can use is 74 millimeters, so is embedding a very minimalistic backset of the lock. And on the top you have a concealed guide, which is perfect for the design, so it disappears completely into the wood. And also it's better for thermal efficiency, because you don't have any aluminum profile that is making a sort of bridge for the cold to come inside. Also, on the interlocking profile, on the center of the wood, we have performing very well in terms of CE marks with the Uni-V profile. This is a revolutionary interlocking profile that gives the possibility to the wood to bend, because actually we all know that wood is an alive material and always will bend because of the humidity, because of the temperature condition. But the revolution of this interlocking profile is that we leave the wood bend, but having enough tolerances to compensate this movement. And at any time and any situation, even extreme bending, this interlocking profile is giving the top scale on the CE marks. So perfect water insulation, perfect air tightness, perfect window low deflection, and thermal insulation also perfect, with up to 0.6 U value with the proper glass. Not just on this side, but also on the bottom side, with a very thermally efficient threshold made of fiberglass, we can reach the 0.69 U value, which is absolutely grand for a wide span sliding door. So this is the review of the performances, which we have already said they are the top scale in the CE marks. And we also have the possibility to have an optional lock, which gives also the best in terms of security. Poseidon lock have been past 24, so the top scale in the British security, and also SKG 2 stars in Holland. Also is the best in the design. In Italy, Imago have been nominated among Ducati, Ferrari, Garmond, or for example in the internal doors Lualdi, has one of the best products in the industrial design, and is competing for the next edition of Compasso d'Oro, which usually, for example, for cars is won by Lamborghini or Ferrari, and in the motorcycles, for example, Ducati. Has been already an Italian great success in terms of design and in terms of commercially distribution, because we have 130 active Imago points in the area of Italy. So there are carpenters or showrooms, so installers and resellers of windows and doors that are actively promoting Imago in the whole Italian nation. And we have 600 designers and architects already subscribed in the Italian version of chooseimago.co.uk, which is the website dedicated to our Imago lift and slide. Everything backed up by AGB that we already introduced in the beginning with the 4 different branches. We're producing 100% of the products in Italy, and with the 350 employees, and producing excellence, we say, in terms of designing, in terms of beautifully designed products, thanks also to the RD and AGB laboratory test internally set. Imago have been already launched last year in Fensterbau. Fensterbau is the most important international trade show in the window technology and have been incredibly successful. What have been done already in the UK? We've done 6 events across UK and Ireland with the help of our distributors, launching and presenting the system to carpenters and designers. Imago points already set in the UK are nearly 20, and the next week will be published a new area of chooseimago.co.uk, our website, in order to promote them and let them visible to architects and designers that want to specify Imago in their projects. Sales support for architects, designers and homeowners have been comprehensive in a all-around package of toolkits. For example, installation videos, technical manuals, CAD drawings, and also specifications for architects to specify Imago in their projects. So, say in the years 70s, 80s, we were sliding. In the years noughties, we were folding. Hopefully, these days, we will be choosing Imago. Thanks a lot for your attention, and enjoy the afternoon. Thank you.